Jeffrey Epstein conducted a conference called Confronting Gravity. I don't know who Jeffrey Epstein was, but I would certainly bet money that he was a product of at least one or more elements of the intelligence community.
The CIA, the FBI.
Those are ours, right? Department of Homeland Security has some of this stuff. Geospatial intelligence has some of this. You know, it's a large network. I'm talking about people like David Grush. I'm talking about people potentially like David Fravor. I'm talking about people like Jake Barber. I'm talking about scientists like Leo Szilard. Imagine if Leo Szilard didn't know that the Manhattan Project was going on, or Jack Raper, a journalist who broke a story. These people all think that they're doing their jobs. I desperately want to know why Jeffrey Epstein knew so much about my work. And I want to know why he was connected to my graduate program. I was in the Harvard mathematics department. Jeffrey Epstein was absolutely connected to the Harvard math department. I want to know why.
How was he connected to that department?
You're pushing me to say things I'm not going to say. But I don't mind.
I'm curious. I'm not trying to push you out.
I understand, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm saying that anybody who wants to...
You said he was connected to the math department.
To the Harvard mathematics department.
How did you know he was connected?
Through a person.
You can Google it. You can Google it right now.
Yep.
If he doesn't want to say that it's through someone like Kip
all
Thorne
sorts
or something.
Of stuff that's hidden in plain sight.
So I'll take your word for it. And the assertion that I'm picking up on is that Jeffrey Epstein was planted in your world to keep...
I'm not saying he's planted. I don't know who he was. I don't know who ran him. He certainly was not a financier in any standard sense.
Really?
That was a cover story, yes.
The way that we know Jeffrey Epstein...
Okay, so how is he connected to the Harvard department? Well, in this latest batch, we learned a little bit more through this guy, Martin Nowak, Harvard professor and mathematician. So he's the one who he CCs Jeff with this one. Seth, we should explore the biological consequences of time travel. It would be amusing to calculate the rate of evolution of a population or a mutant that can travel in time. Kind of interesting, right? 2011.
Hell yeah, that's interesting.
Not technically nefarious, right?
No, but it sounds like some secret science type stuff. If they're over here talking about time travel and how it affects evolution and all this other stuff, like that's pretty big brain stuff. And it's also very specific, and it's also related to
UFOs
UFO topic. Yeah.
And Homegirl, what's Homegirl's name again?
Michelle Riley. Yeah.
Michelle Riley. Okay. This one gets a little more...
Seth is a character's name or a chapter in that short film, not the trailer, but in the actual video. There's a point where it just says Seth on the screen. Is that interesting?
Interesting. That is interesting. Okay. So this next one is where it gets nefarious with the same guy, Harvard professor. From Noak Martin to Jeff. Our spy was captured after completing her mission in 2014. Jeff's response: did you torture her? Is that, I mean, it could be a joke, right? Have we ever joked like that?
No. But could be, you know.
I guess torture doesn't necessarily mean torture. I guess it can mean like annoy to a really high degree. Like it's torture. Like you're so annoying.
But
you know
keep
what I
in
mean?
mind, this is a person who was torturing sex slaves. I mean, you know what I mean? So could he really also play around with those terms? I don't know.